HK VP9. No tabletop review on this bad boy. Everything I do on this is going to be at the range. Let's shoot it. One of the best features of the HK VP9 is going to be the ergonomics. It's just an amazing pistol the way it feels. When I left Glock, so to speak, when I stopped shooting Glocks, I said I didn't like finger grooves anymore. Well, the Glock finger grooves are much more apparent. They feel like you kind of squished your hands in mud or Play-Doh really, really hard, so they're very defined. The VP9 seem to be very subtle, and if you look at how they fit my hand, the way my fingers line up, it's like the gun was made for me, and I really, really appreciate that. All right, we're gonna take a look at the controls here. I'm not gonna do the measurements for you guys. I think that can get kind of boring when we talk too much about measurements, you know, on a gun, on a video, but I'm gonna put them down in the description, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna compare them to the Glock 19 and 17. And this one is just a little bigger than the 19 and smaller than the 17. And so it's right in between. People want to pretend like HKs are these big, giant, ginormous handguns, and they're just not. Now, the Mark 23, yes, the USPs are big guns, but they're designed to be big guns. They're military intended use. Ambidextrous slide release, and your thickest measurement is going to come over that ambidextrous slide release, as well as your charging handles back here, which is 1.275 inches. I put calipers on it myself. I know the HK website says 1.310, but what that is that's over the grip, which I couldn't care less about. This is the part that has to conceal and go in between my belt and my body, and so that's what I really care about as far as concealment goes. All right, one of the best features of the VP9 is going to be the trigger. This thing is amazing. It's very, very crisp and sweet and a great reset. People want to compare it to the SIG P320, the PPQ. I don't care. Dry fire practice, I really don't care. I mean, it's nice to have a good trigger dry fire and you can tell the break and you can feel it, but how fast you run the gun is really what matters. Can you get that thing to reset, and can you fire your gun accurately with speed? All right, so we'll take a look at the break. Shoot it with my left hand here. Very nice. Just a tiny bit of take up, not much. Nice crisp break. Look at the reset. There it is. Nice and crisp, tactile. You can feel it and you can hear it. So the looks of the pistol. Guys, I think it's a great looking gun. You know, I've heard it said that this would be Batman's gun if he carried a pistol, and I could see that. It's just a very, very nice looking gun. So to break it down, it's very, very simple. And I read a review where a guy was saying that you almost need a third hand to break down a VP9, and I thought, I don't know what's wrong with this guy, but it's not that hard. So we're going to drop the mag. We're going to lock it back. We're going to take this takedown lever, okay? We're going to go down here. We're going to release the slide, and we're going to take it off. That's it. I don't know where he thought you need a third hand, or if he just wasn't holding his mouth right or what, but it's very simple. All right, guys, we're going to talk concealability now. I want you to take a look and tell me if you can see printing going on with the VP9 IWB. Is it on my left side? Am I carrying cross draw? Is it on my hip? Maybe small the back. How about an appendix? And the only way you're going to see it is if I pull that shirt back, and this isn't an oversized shirt, guys. This is a regular XL. Matter of fact, I usually wear double X, so this is even a better representation of how well the gun hides with a proper holster. That's what you have to realize is nowadays, guys, with the concealment wings and the way holsters are with the bent clips and everything else, you can hide a pretty good sized gun if you try. It's not that difficult. So take a look right there and you'll see the butt of the gun here, and then you can see part of the slide. But under normal conditions, you just can't see it. And yes, it is absolutely the VP9. I didn't put a smaller gun in the waistband. All right, so there you go, guys. You can conceal this gun with no problem. Take a look at the beefy rail mounts. I mean, if that's not over-engineered, I don't know what is, but it's awesome. Take a look how thick. Beautiful. I love it. German engineering again. It's a beautiful thing. All right, reassembly. Very simple. Put her back, lock the slide, bring the little deal up, and you're good to go. No third hand necessary. So the VP9 has got a paddle mag release, which I find to be extremely easy to get to, especially on a good sized gun. And the beautiful thing about this magazine release is you don't have to do the quote-unquote Glock shake, where you press the magazine release and you shake the gun to get the magazine to fly out. And don't say it doesn't happen, because the Glocks I owned did just exactly that. You had to shake the gun to get the mag to fly. Not with this. These things just fly right out. I do have 3 magazines. They are 15 round capacity. 2 came with the gun. I already had one for my USP. 15 round magazine plus 1, 16 rounds in a self-defense gun. Don't kid yourself, guys. That's more than you'll ever need in a civilian situation. All right, sights on a VP9. You can get them with night sights, but these come with a luminescent, which they actually are pretty sweet. They're extremely easy to see in the daytime, and then you can charge them with a light source, and they're very bright at night. I was blown away at how bright these things are. They're also steel, not plastic, so the first thing that you do with this gun is not throw the sights away. That's a plus for sure. If you also notice on the back of the slide, there are charging handles back there, which are extremely nice, whether it's an overhand grip or you want to slingshot it. Either way, that's just a very, very sweet, cool feature on the VP9. Guys, so my closing thoughts on the VP9. It is my favorite striker fired pistol ever. It, to me personally, blows the Glock 19 away. It blows the SIG P320 away. The full-size M&P. To me, there's no comparison. I think the VP9 out of the box is in a league of its own, with the luminescent steel sights, the exceptional trigger, phenomenal ergonomics, the balance, the pointability. It just has everything going for it, guys. And you know, a lot of the other guns are excellent guns. They're great, they're reliable, but to me, you look at the HK reliability, you know, the cold hammer forged cannon grade steel barrel, the R&D and the testing that HK does, to me they're just unmatched. And that is coming from an admitted HK fanboy as of a couple of months ago. But the VP9 might be my favorite handgun ever, but it is most certainly my favorite striker fired gun ever. And that's my honest assessment. Did a lot of shooting with it. It's got 550 rounds through it now in the first week I've had it. So I have put it through its paces. It's the funnest gun to shoot I think I've ever shot. It's fun. You get to the range and you don't want to leave, and before you know it, you put 150 rounds down range, and it's like, man, this is expensive. So I will rein that in, get that under control, and stop blowing through all my ammo. But it's a fun gun to shoot, guys, so I highly recommend the VP9 if you're looking for a striker fired pistol that's just excellent. It's absolutely concealable, as I showed in the video, and check it out. I encourage you to check it out. Do not base your opinion, all right, based on one quote-unquote reliability review or torture test. All right, there's one online out there that just bashes the VP9, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to post one below that the VP9 handled water, silt, sludge, mud pretty darn well, and I want you guys to check that one out. Do your own research, your own homework if you can. Shoot guns before you buy them. Test them out, you know, take everything, take the good and the bad, take it all in, weigh it out, your options, and figure out if a gun is best for you or not. Don't just buy or not buy based on one review, all right? Even mine's just a cog in a wheel. So look at my review, look at other reviews, and decide, is this the gun I want to give a try? So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the review. Leave your comments below, please. I always appreciate the feedback, and we'll see where we end up next with a purchase or a trade. But right now I'm really pleased with my HKs, and this VP9 is awesome.